Jeff, you guys put up a historic number offensively tonight. How did you guys do that?
Yeah, just what I've told you all year. I know y'all were thinking I was just giving y'all coach talk, but those kids show up every day. They have their notes. They're on time. They don't cause problems. It's the greatest testimony to our culture since we've been here. And I've never seen a team overcome what these guys have overcome. And they battled their butts back. And they got a chance to go to a bowl. I got 28 seniors, the highest I've ever had. And we got a chance to get it done here Friday night. And I couldn't be more happy just the way my kids have held themselves together all year, in spite of some really, really tough fourth quarter leads that we've blown or not been able to finish. And just happy for my kids, man.
What led to this offensive outburst today?
It started up front in our backs, just committing, to running the football better. We just kept going at it. And, the 4th down and 1, we had a better play called, and I overrode Burke. That was on me. I just think there's a mindset there that, by gosh, we got to be able to hand the ball off and run behind our freaking guards and center and run the ball, and we didn't. And it's okay. I just told them we're going to keep chipping away at it. But it was a mindset. But it starts with our defense. They had a 2 for 11 on 3rd down. That's incredible. That's a great offense, man. That's one of the best offenses in the country. 4th down, 1 for 5. Coach Lepp and those guys, man, they just kept battling, and they can make you look stupid very quickly, which they did a few times, but our kids just kept battling. It was a total team victory. Special teams, the onside kick Tate pulled off was unbelievable. Kale did a great job getting a snap down one time. Tate Sandell made great field goals. It seems like every time our offense just got back out there, I'm not sure we had a 3 and out. I would have to check my stats on that, but we had drives, even though we were not wanting to settle for field goals. We were at least keeping the ball from them. I believe we had the ball, again, like 40 minutes. And we ain't Army, right? So for us to keep it 40 like that, and they only have it 20, I think we're 18th in the country. And time of possession, it's just a bunch of coaches and players, in spite of unbelievable injuries, that don't listen to the noise. We keep our head down. And I know it's coach talk to you guys, and we trust the process. We believe in our culture. And we're getting better still. We're just getting better.
Jeff, what can you say about the play of Owen? It looked like that first half he was as good as we've ever seen him.
Yeah, it's just who the kid is. He's ticked it himself. He underthrew the vertical. He just barely underthrew it. He missed a couple, but he didn't miss many. He had 2 touchdowns early, and we didn't get him caught. I mean, the kid was fantastic. And whenever you break a school record for offense, and he's followed the 4 years that he's followed with Frank Harris at the helm, it's phenomenal how these guys have just hung in there.
You alluded to it, but what did it take to keep this team together through some of the lows to deliver the kind of results we've seen the last 2 games?
It really is our culture. And I know you were the main one, and JJ, and I understand you got to report what you're hearing, challenging our culture. And our kids just, they spit back at you. And so keep challenging them. But, it's easy to play ball when you're winning, and you're 10-2 and 11-1 and 12-0, all the things we've done. Where are you when that crap gets hard? And I think this team is going to be one of those ones we'll always remember, Greg, for just not giving into it. And that's tough in this new world. That's tough. We didn't deal with that when I was young. We didn't have all that. But our kids have literally been amazing. And I can't be more proud of them. I really, and you had every right to challenge our culture and what that looked like. I wasn't being a smart aleck. But our kids have shown it back, like what they really are made of.
You guys continued to pound the ball in the running game, and then at the end, Robert Henry was able to break that big one. Was that a gratifying moment for you with the way that unit has struggled?
As good a moments we've had all year, to be honest with you, Greg, just because it had been so frustrating, Bubba. And we had been so close so many times. And Robert his other touchdown run might have been better. I mean, that one was literally just him saying, I'm getting in the end zone. And during the break, we challenged our backs. Like, how many times have they cut on air before they got to the line of scrimmage? And those backs did a good job of grading themselves, and they graded themselves very hard. And they had got spooked so many times all year that they weren't trusting it. And tonight they trusted it and just hit it up in there, and it came through for us.
Coach, when North Texas got it to 33-27 early in the fourth quarter, what was the messaging on the sideline to the team, either between the coaches or the players?
No, we thought we had to score 50 to win the ball game. We weren't going to blink. I mean, I know all the armchair quarterbacks want us to hand the ball off and blah, 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 blah. And, we ran the old trick play. And, I liked it because of the name of the play. I'm not even going to tell you what the name of the play was. It's a nice little name. And I'll just let that go. But it was a great call and very well executed. And what's funny, in practice, Willie never comes open, like ever. But Amador's always open on the cell cut. And they covered Amador like a blanket, and they turned Willie loose. You can practice this stuff. The double pass we threw back to Owen, we practiced that thing 10 trillion times. We run that play as much as we do inside zone. And Owen looked like he ran 37 yards backwards before he caught it. This football's a crazy game, man. And y'all are welcome to come to practice. We actually work this stuff all the time. It just looks like we don't sometimes.
Jeff, you mentioned Amador, a big night for him. Just what is his impact since returning from the injury?
It's his whole life. Go watch him in North Shore. Everybody says he's too short, he's too slow, he's too this, he's too that. And when he was there for us to take, I couldn't have thanked my lucky stars enough. We've got so much offense in through that kid. He's just unique. I mean, he's Jim Thorpe-like. He can throw it, he can run, he'll block, he can catch it. He literally is just that kid. And the first screen I might could have scored on, but the next one, I bet he broke 4 or 5 tackles. I know on the bubble out there where they flipped him up and hurt him a little bit. He's just that guy, man. You're going to keep seeing more of him, and I hope we can get McEwen back too. I'd really like for y'all to see, what we had planned all year.
What happened with the offensive line? It looked like you were shuffling some guys out there. Was it injury?
Yeah, we lost our left tackle and right tackle, and we'll get an update, but I'm really proud of Buffalo and Meach for stepping up. And, we already had Lopez lost for the year early. Then we lost Finley for the year. Then we lost Mekhi Hart for the year. So when you're already down 3 and then you lose 2 more, it's really amazing what these kids have done. I really hope somebody will pull back, and just appreciate what all these other kids have done. It's been phenomenal.
Jeff, is there any vindication for the offense that your offensive coordinator took a lot of heat in the first half of the season? And I don't think many people saw a record coming this year.
Somebody was giving my offensive coordinator heat. Well, they need to watch football. I mean, the guy's a hell of a coach, and those kids have never given up on him, not once. And he went through some rough stretch there. There's no doubt. We were frustrated, but those injuries were tough. And that quarterback has hung in there, and that offensive line, all those kids have hung in there. I mean, y'all could, if you'll pull back and just be honest, look at all the kids that have been out there. It's unbelievable, the different. I bet sometimes y'all even have to look at, who's that kid? Who's that kid? So I don't ever look at it that way, JJ, because here's why. The moment you start giving coaches credit, you just know me, I'm not doing it much. I mean, I'm going to give the players the credit, and we're always going to take the blame. And that's just the way it's going to always be. But am I happy for my offensive staff? Yes, but because of how they've held in there and those players have kept believing in them. And that's why. I can't believe somebody said something bad about my offensive coordinator.
Jeff, how'd you look at the defensive effort today in the big picture? I know they knew they were going to give up some yards, but they came up with some big stops and some big takeaways as well.
That's what I've said all year. I know we've all been frustrated about the untimely penalties. We've been frustrated about certain things. You can't question our kids' effort. You cannot question one time the entire season have our kids ever just tapped out. They play. Every single coach I see before the game, they're like, y'all the most unlucky snake bit team I've ever seen, and your kids just keep playing their tails off. And they do. They just do.
You mentioned the trick plays, doing that on back-to-back plays. Was there any kind of mindset coming into this game that you guys just kind of had to go for to bring something extra to the table?
No more than usual. It's just the guy. You can't just call trick plays to call them. You got to have certain guys that have the skill set to do the trick play, and it helps when you get guys that can throw back there. And then you put David back there and do something with David, and you can see their defense. As soon as David gets back there in a spot he's not supposed to, they're all going crazy, and so we move on. It works because the players. It just does. Getting Amador back makes all that happen.
Jeff, what does it mean to be able to reach bowl eligibility at a home game next week?
I think it would be huge. I bet if we took, odds, you big about telling me the odds, JJ. There wasn't a lot of people that would have thought we were going to be a home dog to Memphis, double digit, I'm assuming, I don't even know, and pull that off. Then home dog again, and then pull that off. And now we got a real chance against a good team. Coach Drayton, who I have a lot of respect for, stands a good man. And I know he'll have his guys come in here and play hard as heck Friday night. JJ, I'm going home to my dog, Izzy. Home dog, brother JJ. Thank y'all, man. Appreciate it.
Amador! Freaking Heisman Trophy winner right here, baby. Let's go. That's right. Let's go. Good man, back.
David, what is the mood like in the locker room after this one tonight?
A bunch of excitement, dancing. The environment in there is crazy. After a great win like that, I mean, you can't expect nothing more.
What does it mean to the players to have some success here after a pretty rough stretch there about a month ago?
We had the times where we are, struggling in the beginning, but I feel like now we're actually showing what kind of team we are at the end. We're a pretty good team. Our team is strong. We just got to get together and just lock in like we did today.
What would it take, or what does it say about this group to come through some of those low moments and now be in the position you're in with big wins back to back?
Just having a great, strong mentality. Just being out there and just playing ball. Never giving up. Just fighting. Just keep play after play. Just keep going. Next play after next play. If you do bad, you do good. We just keep going.
You guys set a record for total offense today. What does it mean to you to have that under your belt and be a part of that?
Oh, it means a lot, especially for a young group that we have. Especially for the program. It means a lot. When you just keep going.
Can you talk about the player, your quarterback today? He had almost Lamar Jackson type stat line with, I think, almost 400 passing yards and almost 100 rushing yards.
That play, we have some plays designed. We've been working. It wasn't the greatest ball, but we executed the play. That's the main thing, was just executing and play after that.
David, what's your impact to this offense? I mean, obviously you had a big night tonight, but what was the team missing without you being out there?
I'm not sure. I'm just doing my job. Just going out there, doing what I have to do when I'm here. My role off when I was not playing was supporting my teammates, and now my role is out here, making plays, doing things for my team to win and be successful.
Can you run us through those two screenplays, just what you saw there, and just what kind of impact those kind of plays could have for a game?
Oh yeah, the first play, going out there and executing, slipping in, and once I caught the ball, I seen nothing but green grass and open field. So I took it and just ran. Second play, it wasn't very as open as the first one, but I'm gonna make something out of nothing, and that's exactly what I did, just fighting for yards.
David, what were the emotions like of kind of having to sit and watch through this year and not being able to play until this later stage?
In the beginning, I didn't really have a great mindset. I was really down. I was struggling in the beginning, not playing, having that mentality that, I might not come back. But, now that I'm here and, putting effort and putting time with my team, I feel better now. I'm feeling great. I'm in a great mindset and just keep working.
What happened that the absence ended up being drawn out? When we talked to you in fall camp, you kind of thought you'd be good to go for the start of the year?
Just, the injuries, just going out there, practicing, trying to come back, but, things happen. I couldn't come back, and, I was fighting my, this injury that I was having, just being in treatment every single day and just trying to get better for myself.
You've obviously still been involved in every meeting and things. Do you see that you guys do different things on offense, so that it's opened up more now that you're available and bring that skill set to the table?
Yeah, just, putting our trust in Coach Burke to, have great calls for us to go out there and execute. And, once he calls those plays, we just got to execute ourselves, be ball players and go out there and do what we do.
David, what does it mean to the players to potentially reach bowl eligibility at home next week when most people may have counted you guys out about a month ago?
Oh, yeah. Just going out there and, having the chance to, have our seniors to go out there and get another bowl game in is amazing. We're going to fight our hearts out to go out there for our seniors to get one more bowl game. It's going to mean a lot. We're excited. We just got to take game by game.
David, was there a reason the screen game was so effective for your offense today? Was there something you saw in the matchup that allowed you guys to attack them in that way?
Just going out there and execute, having ball players on the O-line, having trust in them on the screens, blocking their assignments, and having the, receivers and running backs, doing their job, and having, Owen, delivering the ball where it needs to be.
How do you feel physically at this stage? Do you feel like you're back to 100% now?
I feel pretty good. I'm feeling 100%. I'm feeling really good right now. Just taking it day by day and just keep working.
Thank you.
How y'all doing?
Hey, Zay. Good day, how are you?
Good.
Zay, just what was the mood like in their locker room after this one?
The vibes were immaculate. It was there. After a big win like this, I mean, how could you not be happy? Why not us? I don't know. I'm just happy.
Coach Traylor was telling us that the culture was kind of the big reason why you guys were able to pull through and get through this rough stretch. Is that something the players believe in?
Oh, most definitely. The triangle, we harp on every single day. When people think we ain't harping on it, we harping on it. So when that shows up, we normally play a great game when we playing with the triangle, and tonight shows it.
Zay, how'd you feel about the defensive effort overall today? What stood out to you?
I feel like, man, as on the defense side, we was flying around. The calls Coach Luck was giving us, we was going out there executing it, and couldn't be no better. I mean, the thing was we knew they were gonna pass the ball, so stop the pass. So the screens, and we did that.
Can you take us through your interceptions? What did you see on those two plays?
The first interception, I really don't even know how he threw it, because I didn't think he was gonna throw it. I was in the middle of two guys, and I'm like, he about to run, and he threw it, and I'm just like, oh, easy. And I caught it and tried to score, but they got me. The second one, that's just being a ball player. I mean, they got the match. They got some protection back there, and they got a good little time. They're gonna take the shot, and we knew that coming out they was gonna take the shot. Coach told me. Coach told the other corner, and we went out there and prevented it, and I got the pick for it.
I know they looked at that one for a while. Did you feel like you had it secured, or
I don't even know why they looked at it. I stayed on the ground because I hit the ground hard, so that's why I stayed there. But as far as me dropping it, I wasn't worried about that.
Zay, what does it say about this team to be able to just keep pushing through some of the rough times you guys have had this season?
I'm just saying we all bought in. Ain't nobody left us. Like, everybody's still together. We got the same team. We got the same offense. We got the same defense. We got the same coaches, same special teams. Everybody's still there. And we waking up. We getting a new 24 hours. We're gonna be grateful for that any day. And so tomorrow, we on to Temple, 24-hour rule. So, like tomorrow, obviously we're gonna celebrate the win. But next game mentality, as far as that goes.
What does it mean to the players to be able to potentially get bowl eligibility at home next week?
Like for us senior guys, like we just trying to go to the bowl game. Our last college, our last game of college. So going to the bowl game is kind of a big thing for us. So that's what we pushing to and thriving to get to every day.
Coach Traylor called out the success you all had against them on third and fourth down. What allowed you to do so well in those downs against that offense?
I'm just trusting the call, because at times you can just get carried away doing your own thing. With us trusting the call and executing 100%, that's what happened when we do that. And when we don't do that, the bad things happen. But good thing we did do that, and we trusted Coach Love.
Thanks, Zay.
Thank y'all.
Oh, and what were the vibes like in the locker room after this one?
Yeah, they're awesome. A lot of compliments by Coach Traylor. Tons of energy, as you can imagine, but, great to get a win.
You guys set a school record for offense. Did did you think that could happen the way the season has gone?
For sure, for sure. I think a big emphasis really this whole year and really especially this week was running the ball, the way they kind of played defense, and then how they presented their defense was a little change up. What they came out in, little, 3 safety type look, so we knew we could run the ball. When we did that, it opens up everything. So
You were pretty sharp in the first half, maybe as good as I think we've seen you percentage-wise, completion. What was going on with you tonight?
yeah, just trying to execute the plays, best I can. Like I said, when we were able to run the ball, it opens up the pass game. So we got to doing that, and I just try to execute the plays.
What did you see on the run plays today? It looked like you had some lanes and you took advantage there.
Yeah. So, like I said, with their defense, that 3 safety, there was a lot of drop 8, so they're only rushing 3, so our O-line would hold up. And then, like I said, when they're dropping 8, those routes are kind of hard to execute. So it opens up a lot of pass or rushing lanes for me. So when I get outside the pocket, I just try to make a play.
Owen, what did it take for this team to go from some of the lows you've had this season to the position you're in now with these back-to-back wins?
Yeah, I just think not blinking at all. I've said it a lot, but just responding to the good and bad. And I think, it's led by a lot of great group of seniors, and they haven't blinked even with our lows this year. So, and y'all saw that today. We executed really well.
How did you feel about your performance in the passing game? What sort of stood out to you today?
Yeah, I just thought we executed. I think, as an offense, we really, like I said, when we get the run game going and the pass game, I feel like we're unstoppable, and that really showed tonight.
How gratifying was it to see Robert Henry break that long one at the end with some of the struggles you guys have had up there this year?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. Like I said, not the run game this year hasn't been where we want it to be, but for that to happen tonight was really the cherry on top.
Can you take us through the trick play where you lined up at running back and you took the handoff and made a throw downfield?
Yeah, it was a great call by Coach Burke. Actually, that's the ball that I threw to Willie is kind of, we were actually trying to throw it to Patrick, and that one kind of just popped open. So, like I said, it was a great call by Coach Burke, and then Willie made a great catch.
How much does it sort of open up your offense when you're able to mix in things like that and have them be successful?
Yeah, it's like I said, once again, it's a credit to Coach Burke, but I think, those things happen when you execute, run plays and pass plays really well. You can kind of sprinkle those things in and get the defense like that.
Owen, what can you say about Coach Burke? He took a lot of criticism early in the season when the offense was struggling.
Yeah. I think we all did for the most part. It was not the start we wanted. I think I progressed really well early in the season. I wasn't playing too good, but that's part of the game. We don't really worry about the outside stuff. We know the guys in the building. We show up each day and try to execute.
What can you say about the play of your offensive line? I think you had your 2 starting tackles out, and you guys are still able to kind of.
Yeah, they played awesome. Like I said, there's many pass plays where I sat there all day, had all day. Like I said, the run game was a big one. We were on those guys a lot this week, and for them to step up, even with 2 injuries, says a lot about those guys.
And just last one for me, what does it mean to the players to be able to potentially reach bowl eligibility here at home next week?
Yeah, it's awesome, especially for the amount of seniors we have and what they've done to this program. So I think the challenge will be to respond, really high right now. I have to have a great day tomorrow at film, and yeah, we'll try to execute.
Hey, Owen, with 9 in a row at home now, and I think 6 in the last 17, what makes this team so good at the Alamo Dome?
Yeah, something about it. I don't know exactly, what that might be, but the record is what it is, and I think it's led by the senior group and what they've done in this building. So I think their leadership just kind of trickles down to the whole team, and then it's, like I said, I don't really know what it is, but it's something those guys have done for a while, and it just trickles down throughout the team.
Owen, how has the return of David Amador impacted your offense?
Yeah, he's awesome. I mean, he's a really special player. Anytime we can get in the ball, we want to. That showed a little last in the bowl game. He had a touchdown, and then this year he's kind of been a little hurt, but had an opportunity to get him, get the ball this game and getting the ball in space at that, and really show what he could do.
Hearing Coach Traylor talk about it, it sounds like there were a lot of things you guys worked on leading up to the year that you kind of weren't able to do without him. Has it sort of opened up a lot of new avenues for you guys, or are there things different that we haven't seen before?
For sure. I think, once again, you saw him kind of lined up at quarterback for one play, and he's a gadget guy. You can put him anywhere, and he'll execute. And like I said, my job is to get him the ball. So anytime we can get him the ball, is great things will happen.
You guys had a lot of success in the screen game today in general, especially going to the middle, which we don't always see. Was there something that sort of led to that being open, or something you saw on the defense that you wanted to attack?
Yeah, like I said, when they drop 8, they really drop out of there. So it's essentially just another run at that. But it really starts up front with those linemen. Screens are tough on those big guys because they got to get out in space and move fast. And they did that. And I think it's a credit to Coach Burke for those play calls. Thank y'all.
job, everybody. Yeah. Thank you. We're out. Thank you.